Welcome to my channel. My name is Luna Affinity and I'm an energy reader and channeler. Sit back, get cozy, and get ready for some readings. Hello everyone. How are y'all doing? Hopefully good. Welcome back, some of y'all. Hey, I speak. Welcome in. So we have already received some donations. I went ahead and took the liberty of posting those already in the chat so everyone knows where they are. Hi Vetus, welcome back. Good. Glad to hear it. Well, our clock already started for the 3 minutes of free readings. I'm doing 1-card pulls. Any format is okay with me as long as you're following the rules. Hey, I speak. What is your question? Messages from my angels. Let's see, Rishi. What do your angels have to say? Let yourself feel all of your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. So what I'm getting is that you're going to feel physical sensations within your body. Pay attention to what you feel and where you feel them. Do you feel them in your chest? So maybe your solar plexus is trying to tell you something. Do you feel something in your lower abdomen? Maybe your sacral chakra is trying to tell you something. Maybe if your throat is bothering you, there's some things you need to speak what's on your mind. But your entire rainbow spectrum of emotions just essentially talks about all the different frequencies, the different chakras that need to be accessed by you. And so you might have some very free-flowing chakras, but maybe some are very closed off. And essentially, Spirit is saying, feel it all, feel where you feel it, and maybe you can know where more focus needs to go. Another crystal for you that would be really good for you is clear quartz. Quartz is an amplifier, so it helps you feel things more intensely, especially things you may have been avoiding that you need to work through or sort out. So that's what I have for you, Rishi, okay? I speak. What would you do if you and your partner got into an argument and he said, if I were you, I'd calm down. You don't want to see my other side come out that you haven't seen yet. Oh. You're welcome, Rishi. That seems a little alarming, I speak, honestly. You have to think about your intuition here what did you feel in that moment? Did you feel angry? Did you feel scared, fearful, worried? Like, what feelings did you have? Because it's very possible that he just was trying to do something to, I guess, de-escalate the situation, because maybe he feels like he's been really patient, and he could say that he has like a very cold side, um, and that is concerning. So you felt unsafe. Yeah, honestly, I mean, here's the thing. I feel like people who are abusive, they don't tell you they're going to be abusive first. Usually, it just happens and you don't even realize it's happening until it does. So I can't speak to every single experience, but if you felt unsafe, you need to listen to that. Typically, people who are physically abusive, I would say just act. They don't warn you first. Mentally abusive, emotionally abusive, maybe. But I just feel like if you felt unsafe, it's very important that you analyze the situation. I personally would not allow someone to speak to me that way. I would have confronted it at that time, and it makes me question, like, how, like, if it were me, what does this person think of me? Do they think me weak? Do they think me someone who can't stand up for myself and would accept that kind of like talking down to, or whatever was actually happening at that time? Personally, I wouldn't tolerate it. I feel like you should feel safe, and no matter what your situation is, whether you, Lorraine, were right or wrong, I feel like it's his job to make you feel heard, make you feel safe, make you feel understood, and de-escalate the situation with love and kindness rather than threats. So that is alarming to me, in all honesty, which is why I said you need to figure out how you felt in that situation, right? Because if you just felt like he was just, I don't know, just speaking like just out of pocket, and he didn't mean it or whatever, and you knew in your heart that it was going to be fine, then that's important to listen to. But the fact that you felt unsafe, I probably would be considering that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think what I would ask him is, what do you mean by that? I need you to clarify, because my imagination is running wild, and I feel like there was a level of disrespect by making that comment, because it was coming across threatening, and I need you to clarify what exactly you meant by that, and let him communicate that to you and see what he says. I would ask him directly, but personally, like, in the 8 years I've been with my fiance, he has never talked to me like that before, and I just feel like that's like a big flag, like red flag, personally. Alexandra, did John feel upset when we stopped talking? Alexandra, I'm getting a no. 7 of Cups. Also laughed in my face when I was crying, explaining myself to him when I said I felt he threatened my safety. It sounds like he doesn't have respect for you, which is probably really hard for you. And I'm really sorry that you're going through that. I feel like he just either is tired of whatever you're doing and he doesn't have love for you and he doesn't have patience to work it through with you. Um, or he gets off being like mean and hateful and rude. Um, I just don't know, but regardless, I don't think that's what you deserve at any point. Yeah. What to expect from SV? My friend told her husband he's really a great guy. No, my friend and her husband said he's a really great guy and they're sure you'll get along well. Which texted me earlier, which call ID shows as CV. An alias name? Why would he need an alias? Do you mean like a nickname? You're welcome, Alexandra. Hey, Philomena, that sounds great. We'll be with you shortly after Niaja. You can leave your question with me if you want to. Luna, I was literally crying because it's my birthday weekend. I didn't want to spend it alone. Oh. Well, happy belated birthday. You gotta trust your gut on that one, girl. Trust your gut. You know what to do, okay? They said I should talk to him. They already told a little about my situation. All right. What can she expect from SV, please? All right. So we have Six of Pentacles and Page of Cups. So this talks about the spark of a romantic connection. This means that love can grow here if you want it to. This person feels open to the idea of a romantic relationship. I would think that he's open to adding someone to his life, or he's considering it. And the Six of Pentacles talks about generosity. So this person is likely willing to give equal effort and put into you, basically give back to you, give energy and effort to you. Karen, he doesn't know for sure, but he suspects it. I have the High Priestess. You're welcome. Lorraine, I'm really sorry that you experienced that. You do not deserve that. That is not fair to you. I especially think ruining your weekend is really not great. I know that some people like to put people down and make people feel bad because they're trying to dim their light. So, don't go down that road again just because you have feelings for this person. Don't I don't know. Don't accept disrespect, because I feel like he's kind of testing the situation right now, and it may possibly get worse because he thinks that if you allow it to happen, then he might think he can just keep talking to you that way. And there's not really much communication that can change from that. He is going to continue to be that person. They show his pic to me, and okay, he looks decent. He saw my pic too and seems more concerned that I might not like him. I mean, do you think you're attracted to him? Beautiful. Well, that's sweet. He thinks highly of you. I like that. You're welcome, Karen. Is Niaja in here? Okay. Well, what I do know for sure is that a personality makes someone either way more attractive or way more unattractive. So if you're looking at him objectively, in the picture and you feel like there could be attraction, that's a good thing, because that means that if he's a good person, he's only going to get more and more appealing to you. Is Nyasia in here? They told me he looks like my ex-husband. I'm like, oh my god, why are they gonna do that to me? Let's just hope he doesn't act like him. Let's hope he acts differently. So for those of you just now joining us, we just finished our free list for free readings. We are moving on to donations. We have Nyasia and then Philomena after that. Some of my prices did change. Some of what I'm offering has changed. So just pay attention to the description if you plan on donating, and know that not everything changed, but some readings and some prices have changed. Just double check that to make sure that you're donating for what you want. Nyasia, we are waiting on you. Ready for you to post your question. Philomena, are you in here? I don't know if Nyasia is or not. So Philomena, if you're in here, you can leave your question with me. If you donate, let me know in the chat as well so I can add you to the list. Hey Philomena, go ahead and post your question, hun. There's a new guy at work that I saw today and I can't stop thinking about him. I don't know anything about him. I want to ask him out. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, let's take a look here. Can we get some guidance, please, Spirit, for Philomena? There's a new guy at work that she saw today and she can't stop thinking about him. Any advice? Should she ask him out? Any advice about this person? Oh, damn. Okay. All right. So I asked if you should ask him out. I am getting a yes. Nine of Pentacles. I asked what you should do or what's the advice in regards to the situation, and I got the Six of Cups that talks about connecting with someone, or uniting with them. More specifically, reuniting, but since they're new, that wouldn't make sense. I asked what you should know about this person, and they said that he's emotionally intelligent, trustworthy. He is very knowledgeable, caring, and healing. He's someone who understands unconscious motivations. He reads energy very well. He is in touch with his emotional life. He's also a good friend, mature, and emotionally stable. I have Temperance. So it talks about how he's very peaceful and has an inner balance and inner calm. He is patient, which is a great virtue to have in someone that you're interested in. He does not necessarily rush into anything. He usually takes things like the proper step at a time. However, he is direct and he's honest. You also might notice that he's very witty. He can think on his feet pretty well. Did he notice her? No, I gotta know. And a second no to confirm. I got the Moon and the Hanged Man. I don't think he's noticed you yet. But I'm getting shoot your shot. All right, I'm gonna like Nyaja's donation in hopes that she comes back through. And I sent her an email, so hopefully she comes in soon here.
I am so excited to announce that you can now book a private reading with me all on your own. Just go to my calendar, see what dates and times I have available, send over your payment at Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, and you will receive a confirmation email from me with your official appointment. Looking forward to doing readings for y'all.
All right, so we are waiting on Naija. Naija, if you are here, please check in with me. Anybody in here? I have a donation that's going right now, but I don't know where anyone is, so I'm just waiting for the people who donated to come back in here. We're just hanging out. If you're in here, say hello. Beautiful love. Hey girl, welcome back-ish. You donated? Okay, that sounds perfect. I'm ready for you if you're ready. Yeah, I can see you. Yeah, that's perfect. His nickname, initials, um, star sign, anything, sun sign works, like whatever. Oh, makes sense. All right, let's take a look here. All right, Spirit, how are we feeling about this person for a beautiful love? How are we feeling about this person? Is this a good match? What are we thinking? What are we feeling? What are we thinking? What are we feeling? Ooh, so this person is a person of service. So their love language is likely to give acts of service. So you're more likely to see action from this person. I did see with the Six of Pentacles, like wanting to give effort, wanting to extend effort towards a situation and to you. And so I feel like this person's really going to make his intentions very clear. Maybe not so much through his words, but through his actions. They're also showing to trust the situation and to trust this person. So it looks like this person seems like a pretty stand-up guy. How do we feel about this person, Spirit? How do we feel about this person? She's asking about patient. He's patient. Wow. Okay. So he's patient and kind. So I feel like they're saying don't doubt him. He actually, there's a lot more to discover than what meets the eye. His well is deep. So he's been through quite a bit that will actually shock you at how resilient he is. And I think that it's actually helped just with his overall evolvement over time. He feels like, due to his experience with loss, I don't know if this is like loss to death or relationships, but he feels like it makes him appreciate the moment so much more. He's much more present because of everything that he has been through. Spirit is saying to release the need to know all of the answers right now, but what they're saying is that they're sending him to you for good reason. Spirit, what do you have to say about this person that beautiful love needs to know, please? Relationships. So what's interesting is that you will find attraction to him because you will realize that he's here to help you. He is here to serve your higher good. We have multiple things here indicating service, but he is here to basically get you on the path to your higher self. And so you're going to be attracted to that because that's what your soul is looking for. Spirit is saying, do not judge him. Understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, and he should not be judged by the cover. Like I said, he has a very deep well, and something that they showed to me when I said he has a very deep well, there's a lot more to discover here from this person, is like he is an open book, but there's a lot of pages. There's a lot of chapters of understanding. I don't even know. They keep relating to books in general, so I don't know if this is just the metaphor they like to use, but he may be actually like very well studied. He may be well knowledgeable. He may enjoy reading. Um and they're saying that he does have good pride, like balanced pride, meaning that he takes pride in situations. He would be proud to be with you. He would make it that known. He's very happy with his accomplishments that he has had. Aww. All right, Spirit. So what does she need to know about the situation here? Please give us more insight on SV as well. What does she need to know about this person? What does she need to know about this person, please? Ooh, this deck isn't wanting to talk. Okay. We have square placement. So I'm using my astrology deck, and square usually talks about a challenge or a hardship or a difficult situation. We have communication, a union, merging, and coming together. So I feel like what they're saying is that after a difficult time, you have a union or a merging here coming for you. Let's see. What else does she need to know? We have so we have water, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. So they're basically wanting you to approach the situation being very open. Okay, beautiful love, they want you to be open to this situation. There's something here to learn. There's something here to discover. This may or may not be your person. Again, remember when they said they don't want you to have to know all the questions, release control, but they're saying that there is something valuable here for you with this person, and they want you to know that they have integrity as well. Service is coming through again, beautiful love. I have seen the word service here with this person like 4 times now tonight. The word service, quite literally. So I feel like this person, oh, and this is so beautiful. There's actually a heart. So imagine like the shape of a heart, and it's a vase. So there's flowers inside of it, and they're showing half of the vase is covered, like it looks just like a heart, and the other half of the heart looks like ribs exposed. So what that looks like to me is that there's still some feelings for you, beautiful love, when it comes to love that still feels very raw. You feel exposed and raw and open. But what I love about it is that there are thornless roses coming out of the heart itself. And so I feel like what they're saying is that like this person is going to nurture you. This person is going to help heal you and help you grow. Anything else she needs to know? We have air. Now, remember when I said to remain open, okay? Remember when I said be open-minded, come to the situation open-minded. And air, this card here, literally says the words open-mindedness. So I feel like I'm getting confirmation on that. Spirit is saying approach this without bias, approach it very objectively, very like welcoming, receptive, learn about this person, get all the information you can first before making any judgments. We also have immutable, okay? So it's talking about surrender to this and welcome the change. All right, beautiful love. What is the next question you have for me? PT, hello and welcome in. PT, let's answer your question real quick. Sahil's feelings for PT. Sahil's feelings or future outcome. 6 of Swords talks about this person that's ready to move forward. Doesn't necessarily mean move on, but they want things to be easier. They're ready for things to calm down. They're ready for the hardship to be over. They're looking for more stability here. PT, if you want a more in-depth reading, you can donate, okay? Rebecca, hello and welcome in. How are you tonight? Is Nyasia in here? You're welcome, PT. Nyasia, we're looking for you, girl. Rebecca, that sounds good. Let me put my Cash App link in the chat so you have it. Not really sure what to ask. Can you ask her how things will go on Friday? My friend, her husband, and I are going over to her brother's house to hang out, and they invited SV to join us as well. I told her I'm nervous and I'm having anxiety. Oh my God. You know, when you're nervous or you have anxiety about something, it means that you're actually more excited about it than you realize, or more enthusiastic about it than you realize. So let's see. How is this going to go, please? How is this going to go for beautiful love? How is this going to go for beautiful love? Oh my God, first car out. We have good luck. You got a black cat with good luck coming your way. We have lighten your load. So Spirit is saying like you're getting very much in your head about this. Do not stress yourself out. Think about how much fun you're going to have. This does not need to be overwhelming. Nerves are to be expected because you're going into a situation kind of in a way kind of like blindly, you know. So your body is just trying to prepare yourself for what could happen, what's to come. But if you can, as much as possible, I would definitely try to not be as nervous. Do things that are going to make you feel more excited than worrying or anxious. All right, let's see. Just be present. I have the grieving card, which is interesting because I had a grief card earlier today. But essentially, what this card basically means is that the hard moments that you've experienced make the better moments so much more pure and so much more enjoyable, so much more pleasurable. Grieving means really appreciating yourself and another person in that moment and just being extremely present. So you might find yourself that night being very excited to like just get to know them or even just observe them. Even if you're not communicating, watch how they move, their demeanor, how they interact. What do they look like when they're laughing or, you know, engaged in conversation? Just being very present, not overthinking yourself either is like a big thing here. I guess I'll be okay because I already know there's gonna be alcohol that will help. Honestly, beautiful love, if you have to pregame and take a shot, it's okay, you know? Like, you definitely don't wanna overdo it, but I feel like, you know, a little something to kind of calm your nerves is definitely a good thing. I think that some people need something like that to just kind of make them be quote unquote normal. Spirit is saying just be excited, be courageous, be proud like a lion, show yourself off, have confidence, have fun. They are showing me multiple cards like Leo. I have the courage lion card as well as the strength lion cub card. So grow into that confidence, expand into that confidence, and know that people like being around you, they like being in your energy. I'm seeing compassion, so it's very likely that on Friday you guys might get into deeper conversations, deeper subjects, which might surprise you. You might find yourself opening up to this person more than you maybe have originally thought. I think you're going to walk away still questioning your feelings and the connection, but I think a lot of things are going to take you by surprise. So my best advice is go in with your head held high, with an open mind, and if anything, just observe. But if you can engage, that would be really good because I think you'll get a lot more clear in your thoughts the more you interact. Definitely won't overdo it. I told my friend I can't drink a lot. I have important things to do and take off the next day as well. Yes, I can see all of that happening. Just enjoy yourself, beautiful love. Like you're flirty and single and you deserve something special. And this may or may not be the person to do that, but I feel like this person is a good he is a good person. I feel like confident in saying that. I feel like he's going to be good for you. Do not overthink this because maybe he's treating you differently. You don't know if you can trust it, things like that. A lot of times when we're dealing with like a healing situation, we can question that kind of stuff, but don't do that to yourself. Just enjoy the moment, believe what's happening is real, and have fun, you know? Hey, Radiant, how are you? If Niaja is in here, if you can please check in with me. I've been looking for ya. All right. So, thank you, beautiful love, for your donation. All right. Rebecca Myatt says, is Jane ready to commit? You're welcome. It's a pleasure. I love talking new energy, new people. It feels good. Trust your gut, beautiful love. It's the one thing that's always going to lead you in the right place. All right. Is Jane ready to commit for Rebecca, please? Is Jane ready to commit? Show me a yes or a no. Is Jane ready to commit? I am getting a no, Rebecca, but I think it's just a matter of time, needing just a little bit more time, possibly to think things over. Four Swords talks about kind of keeping to yourself, being more reserved, and going through the motions alone. Being more solitary here, taking a beat, taking some rest to really process things. I feel like it's just a matter of time before this person does want to eventually. The Page of Pentacles. Sorry, I got knocked out. So the Page of Pentacles talks about good news, specifically in earthly matters. So solid beginning, goals achieving goals or working to achieve goals. So I feel like if this is something that you really want, it's showing good news. We also have this strength here, which is talking about confidence, compassion, courage, you having influence or whoever having influence over Jane regarding the situation. So they are thinking about it. Generally, I feel like you guys are going to be very happy. Now, I don't know if this is like romantic, if this is financial. I'm not sure, is this about someone else? I'm not quite seeing what this question is about. There's a lot here that has to do with like earthly matters, like the physical realm. So you can confirm that for me or not if you'd like to, but I do see a lot of groundedness and security. So I feel like we are working towards that commitment. I see with the Three of Pentacles, this can talk about like a third party situation involving three people, or yeah, I mean, honestly, it looks like it's involving three people possibly. This talks about like assistance, maybe like someone coming in and like, yeah, like someone coming in to the mix. He was my high school sweetheart. Oh, how cute. So yeah, I feel like maybe not right now ready, not quite, but I feel like we are working towards that. Yes, I am getting an ultimately a yes eventually, Rebecca. Did you have any other questions about that? Oh, really? Okay. Well, the feeling that I was getting is that it's going to happen soon, just not right now. Like maybe by fall. Let me see if I can get a when. When will this commitment happen? When will this commitment happen? So they're saying it's not going to happen as expected. So maybe not, oh my gosh, sneezing is a good indication something is happening soon. I think though that maybe because it's been such a long time coming, you're not going to know it. I think it's just going to kind of hit you suddenly out of nowhere, but I think he's thinking about it. And it's interesting because I said like around like fall, maybe like the beginning of fall, and we have August 23rd to September 22nd. So I feel like anytime up until the end of September, you could be looking at like this commitment. And then we also have the number 16. So 16 could be, oh my goodness, I need a drink. Could be important. The date could be important. It could also be like the 16th hour, which would be like 4 p.m. We have 1 + 6 is 7. So that could also be the 7th day or the 7th hour. So there's a couple different variables there. But I specifically was hearing like end of summer, early fall. So we'll see. I mean, that's the timing that I've got right now. Is he still talking to his ex? Let's see. It came off more like a helpful situation, Rebecca. More like he's asking for assistance from like a counselor or a coworker or a friend. It didn't feel romantic. If it was the Three of Cups, then I would say, yeah, probably. But it feels almost like you're getting help from, like he's maturing and he's getting advice or help from a third person. Let's see. Is he still talking to his ex? I am getting a no, the Eight of Swords. So Rebecca, that is what I have for you. If you have any other questions, feel free to donate again. Naija, oh my God. Hi, hi, hi. We are ready for you. Go ahead and post your questions. No, girl, my short-term memory is shot. Do you know what's interesting? I learned is that people who have short-term memory in adulthood um, are more likely to have early childhood development, like basically like what is the word? It's like juvenile, I guess is a word, but that's not what I'm thinking. Formative, like your formative years. If you have short-term memory as an adult, you're more likely to have in your formative years experienced trauma. And I thought that was interesting. Okay, that would make sense getting help from maybe his sister. Yeah, possibly. You're welcome, Rebecca. So, Naija, what is your question? Oh, damn. Yeah, I thought that was an interesting statistic or fact or whatever. I thought that was because I was like, you know what? Your girl has the worst short-term memory ever. Like, it's actually something that Brennan would call my beige flag. Like, he would say my short-term memory loss is horrible. Like, I'll literally be in the middle of a conversation and just being like, and just zoning out. And I was like, I don't even know what I was just saying. And it's so bad too, because we'll like have watched a movie together. It could have been 2 months ago or 2 years ago, and he'll like have to explain the entire plot to me. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of remember, but I don't really. And I can watch movies over and over and over and shows over and over and over and still be shocked and surprised at like what happens because I can't remember. Like to me, I can watch something and then 3 years later watch it again and it will feel like a brand new show. That's why Naija, when like we talked about One Tree Hill, I was like, oh, it's been a couple years. I could watch that again and still be surprised. Short-term memory is just so bad. It's so bad. Yeah. How did the job interview go? Will I get the job with Mary and Kristen? How did the job interview go for Naija, please? Yeah, it's bad. Oh, girl. And the trauma is real. But you know what? If I didn't have it, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't have grown from that. You know, I don't necessarily think that I would want to choose the life that I had, but there's a lot of good stuff coming out of it. And, you know, I might be a very superficial person if it wasn't for it. So I'm grateful. But the short term memory loss is so bad. Exactly. All right, how did the job interview go? Okay, we have first out, Knight of Cups, creative expression. So that makes me feel like when you were communicating, it was like different. Maybe they asked you questions that gave you liberty to kind of, I guess, be witty or think of different ways that other people may not have answered that particular question. Something like basically standing out. This card does talk about proposals, offers, and invitations, taking action. So I feel like you articulated yourself well. Proposals, offers, and invitations does kind of give a little bit like this might be offered to you. Let's see, what do we have here? How did this job interview go, please? How did this job interview go? Interesting. So, new beginnings. New beginnings coming in quick. We have the death card, which talks about change. and the Eight of Wands paired with it, things happening very quickly, change happening quickly. This is an interesting message that I'm getting, and I don't know why, but the first thing that I thought of when I saw the Judgment card was that either this is a place of high turnover and they're just like so done having interviews, or maybe you weren't the first of the day and they were just like pretty exhausted, but I feel like you kind of gave them something to be excited about. This woman on the picture is playing a trumpet, and kind of like it almost feels like a revitalization. You know, when you hear a trumpet, it like gets your attention. So maybe they were just kind of like feeling a bit of a slump, and the trumpet is kind of indicating that you got their attention. You made them more alert during the interview. They really were listening to what it is that you had to say. The number 220 is standing out to me, which breaks down into the number 2, and 2 means a good coupling or a good partnership. It also can talk about coming together, so I really like that. Yeah, because I was gonna say they feel like they've been, because like we have like the Eight of Cups, which talks about moving on, and then the Ten of Swords, which kind of feels like, ugh, I'm just over this, and then the Judgment right after that. So I kind of feel like their process throughout the day, they were just feeling like, okay, next, okay, next, okay, next. And they were just like, oh my god, like, are we even going to, like, is this even going to happen for us? Like, are we just gonna have to send out like a whole new advertisement and try again? um but yeah, the Judgment almost feels like maybe at the end of the day, maybe even after deliberation or other interviews, it's like you suddenly caught their attention again, which is nice. So the Eight of Wands means good news coming into you, and we also starting the reading off with proposals, offers, and invitations. So I definitely feel like this is a good sign for you, if it's something that you want. Maybe let's see here. Chris Nan, is that a man? Chris Nan, is that a guy? Six of Swords here talks about the calm after a storm, moving forward. Essentially, things working out for the better. The reason I asked if Kristen was a man, so we have the King of Cups, and this talks about a masculine person in authority. So that's why I was wondering. I assumed Mary wasn't a guy, so but yeah, so this person liked you. King of Cups coming through means that he's drawn to you, or he's pulling for you, something along those lines. We have the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is very resonant because you had a like 3-person interview, or a 3-person, like it was like almost like a collaborative interview or introduction or something along those lines. But it feels good. It feels like you're gonna get a commitment from them. You're gonna get an offer from them. It was exactly 3. And that's funny too, because I'm sitting here looking at the Judgment card, and you initially look at the card and you see 3 people coming out of the coffin as well. So that's funny. Perfect. Did you deliberate any more on what you'd like your second question to be? What does Spirit want Nyasia to know? Oh, Nyasia, I'm not sure if you saw, but I have started a new, well, let me backtrack. It's in my link tree, so it's easy to get there. But the very first icon, there's a book of private reading with me. I have created a Calendly calendar where you can look at my schedule and book private readings with me. I know that you had mentioned something like that before. I I think it was, you said for your boyfriend, I can't remember. I wanted to let you know that's how we're doing private readings now, and all of the pricing is listed on the little left-hand side when you go to schedule. And then you would just donate the way you normally would through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. At some point, I'm hoping to get an option where you can pay through Calendly, so that way you don't have to go to a separate place for the transaction. But that would require a subscription, and I haven't had enough private readings to validate that or justify that. So I just wanted to let you know that that is now an option. So whoever wants to book with me can schedule themselves. Yeah, I thought that was cool. I thought that was a fun idea. All right, what does Spirit want Nyasia to know? Yeah, that's just for the future, just something new. I've been running ads about it. While I shuffle for you, I'll show you the ad.
I am so excited to announce that you can now book a private reading with me all on your own. Just go to my calendar, see what dates and times I have available, send over your payment at Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, and you will receive a confirmation email from me with your official appointment. Looking forward to doing readings for y'all.
So that's my little ad that I run every once in a while. All right. So first out, we have House 5, Passion, Play, Children, Confidence, and Creativity. So this speaks to your need. Oh, thank you, Nyasia. That's so sweet. I would say, like, people talk about my voice, like, almost as much as they talk about my hair. It's crazy. Like, if I were to say the two things people compliment me the most on, it is on my voice or my hair. And it's just so special because I feel like when people resonate with my voice, it's like they're resonating with like who I am, you know, like an energy signature, because a lot of times they tell you that like if someone's voice sounds good to you or resonates to you, then like that means that you're kind of tapping into that person's frequency. And I love that. I really do. I tell Brennan every time that someone compliments me on my voice, and he's always like, yeah, they think that until they hear it all day long. but that's all joking, because I talk a lot. I'm a Gemini, so I will talk all day long. But what's funny is that he gets an ick really bad with people whose mouth work like moves weird, or if they have a really weird voice, he like immediately is turned off. And so I really do feel like he resonates with my voice too, and he has that feeling that everyone gets. It's just he luckily gets to be exposed to it more often. Yeah. We can talk. So back to your reading, we have House 5. So this talks about singing, dancing, being artistic, getting creative. I feel like you would do really well with being able to explore that side of yourself that makes you feel like you're building, creating, making, especially when it's a contribution, especially when it's something you feel will go towards something or benefit someone. And even if that's just yourself, that's fine. But you would do really well, Spirit saying, to make sure that you're not losing that. Make sure that you are tapping into it. So whether it's wheel throwing, like making pottery, or painting, or doing some kind of hobby like crafting, or dancing, or yoga, Pilates, like whatever it is, like I mean, even but not even yoga because that's still very structured, but essentially like doing things that feel unstructured, doing it in a way that feels natural to you, it feels rhythmic to you, it feels like you're really expressing yourself. Um, drawing, I mean, procreate online, like there's all different things that you can do, baking, cooking. I think you said you love cooking, so I feel like just tapping more into that, it's really going to help unlock a lot of potential. I People always say like knowledge is power, and I will say time and time again, I don't think it's as strong as creativity. I think knowledge will get you through certain situations if you're as like being more well equipped, but I think creativity is where the power is. And the reason I say that is because if your creativity is stifled, what do you feel like? If you are going to a job day in and day out where you can't have the liberty to do what you want, if you feel like you're micromanaged, if you feel like you all you do is work, 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 and no play, right? What do you feel like? You feel lifeless. You feel like the soul is being sucked out of you. And what are you lacking in those moments? Creativity, liberation, the feeling that you can just do what you want when you want and express yourself. And when all of your energy is going towards doing something you don't want to do, you feel powerless. So that's why I feel like creativity is the key to power. And so it's important that you explore that. Um, we also have video energy here for you. So it talks about self confidence and loyalty. And again, creativity. Um, we have the house two, which talks about physical security, possessions, material values, and self worth. So it could be that spirit wants you to get these things more in alignment for yourself, but also I feel like that may just be where your focus is right now, is within your physical security and possession. Um, I don't want you to think that that is equals your self-worth, because that's not the case. But I think a lot of times people view their status, what they have, what they do for a living, as equal to their value and self-worth, and that is not how it is for you. But spirit is saying that there could be where a lot of your focus is right now, because you are planning for your future. um let's see, what else. Okay, so we have house six, which talks about establishing a foundation. It talks about your health, daily life, and practical details. So I'm getting a lot of like earthly energy for you. Even with the Leo fire card that I have, I still am getting like a lot of earth. And so I feel like maybe spirit is saying it's time, Naija, it's time. Get your affairs in orders, girl, because it's coming. Like, I feel like spirit is saying like there is so much coming for you right now, and we just need you to buckle down. And I hope this makes sense to you. I know you said spot on, but like I feel almost like spirit is saying if you're gonna move house, move. If you're gonna get a new job, get that new job. If you're going to budget, budget. If you're going to save, save. If you're going to communicate and network, network. Like I feel like spirit is saying like just get it done, get it going, get the ball rolling, because there's just very few blocks. Like I really feel that there is this energy that's coming in for you that's like going to make these things happen that you want. And there are minor calls to action, but get ready. Like that's the main thing I'm hearing. Mars energy really talks about moving forward and being in action and stepping into your masculine energy where things need to get done. And then not only do we have the Mars card, I just saw this paired with the Mars card, we have Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. The spirit is saying, I don't care if you're taking one little baby step a day, but every baby step you take towards this goal is getting you one step closer to where you need to be. So maybe now it's time to really get serious. You have practical details and methodical steps here, and maybe it's important that you create I don't know, we were just talking about a calendar. Maybe create like a Trello so you can make certain steps that you do and accomplish every day. Maybe on Monday through Thursday you send out an email to network every single day. It's a small task, it's nothing big, but it's getting the ball rolling, right? Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So let's think of like actual action steps we can take to make these manifestations come through for you. I love it. Capricorn energy. That is some good, that's a good essence to step into, because Capricorns, when they want something, they just go for it. They just get it done. There's no second guessing or wondering or wishing and waiting. They're like, if I want it done, I'm just going to get it done. And I love that. Honestly, I feel personally as an air sign, I feel like I could do with more earth. What's so funny is I have an earth moon sign, but of course the moon sign they're going to give me of all earth signs, Virgos get shit done, Capricorns get shit done. Taurus, what do Taurus do? Their negative side is laziness. Capricorn's negative side is too much drive, right? They're ambitious and they're driven, but they can be driven to obsession. That's Capricorn negative. Taurus negative is laziness. So I'm like, so y'all are going to give me an earth sign and you can't even give me like a good one that's going to be like that's going to be like get me motivated and get me doing what needs to be done. No. You gave me a moon sign that literally just wants to be a housewife. Like that's what you gave me. Now I do have Aries, which is pretty ambitious as my rising. But what's funny is I don't identify with my rising sign as much as I identify with my sun and moon. But of course that makes sense because rising talks about how other people perceive you. So other people perceive me to be ambitious. They perceive me to be, you know, this type of person that's like a go-getter, you know? And I'm not inherently that person, and I think that's shocking for people, but I'm not. Okay, so Libra sun, Cancer moon, oh dang, you're a double Libra. Double Libra. Wow. Okay. You know, Naisha, that makes so much sense. Actually, what you want to do is like nonprofit as a Libra, because Libras are so like here to seek justice. They want fairness. They want people to be treated equally like human beings and fairly, and no matter their story, they all deserve like the same respect. And like Libras are so pragmatic and they're so balanced, and the fact that you have a double Libra, it's so crazy because it makes so much sense that you're doing what you feel called to do. You have your lazy moments. I have so many Libra placements. More Capricorn. All right, so there's where you get your fucking ambition from. Yeah, I don't play that shit. I don't judge. The Spirit's saying tap into your Capricorn, okay? So it might even help to figure out where your Capricorn placements are. Is it in Venus? Is it in Mars? Oh my God. I would have chills if you had a Capricorn in Mars. I really would. Because that is like synergy. And not only that, but remember I had the Mars and Capricorn card come out at the same time, so maybe Spirit's saying tap more into that aspect of your chart. Yeah, I don't play that shit. I don't judge. I don't want people to be treated, or I want people to be treated like human beings. I encourage people not to allow themselves to be bullied. I love that. Oh, Libra. Oh shit. Okay. Well, tap into the Capricorn and figure out your strengths. Like, so for example, if you have a Capricorn in Scorpio, you might be being encouraged to really work hard to change your ways, to strive more into that Capricorn energy. If you have a Capricorn in Venus, then Spirit might be telling you to work really hard in your love life. Like, you can kind of figure out what I'm trying to say, but the fact that Capricorn came through and Mars came through, I feel like that's really big regardless for you right now. And remember, our whole mission in life is to outgrow our birth chart, so we're not stuck to the confines of the struggles that we were given at birth, you know. By the time that we leave this earth, we should have a different chart essentially. But that doesn't mean that you can't harness the power of your God-given natural abilities by looking at your birth chart and play to your strengths, you know? Absolutely. Ooh, I have a North Node Aquarius. North Node Capricorn, god damn. What's the opposite of Capricorn? What's the South Node? South Node for North Node Capricorn. Oh, you have a Cancer South Node. Wow, that must be a struggle for you, Naisha, because as a Cancer, emotionally speaking, your moon, how you process things as a Cancer, but you're supposed to overcome that. So I don't know if you know much. Yeah, you know about it, right? So that's the thing, is that like if you resonate with being a Cancer emotionally, which you would if your Cancer is your moon, but your whole mission in life is to be a Capricorn North Node. So your whole mission in life is to stop being a Cancer. It's to basically leave that Cancer, I guess, innate way of being behind and work more towards your Capricorn self. But if you resonate as a Cancer with your emotional being, that must be a very difficult way to process things, because you're thinking, if I become more my North Node, which is what I'm supposed to be doing, then I have to almost change the way I do things, change the way I process things and the way I think about things. And kind of leave that behind, which it's a part of you. Like, I can't imagine like my North Node and South Node being opposite of what my moon sign is. Like, I think that would be really hard. Oh my god, you're so smart. Geminis are so damn smart. What do you mean? What did I even say? Cancer South Node is rough. Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, I don't know, because my moon is Taurus, right? My South Node is Leo. So essentially, I'm supposed to overcome being a Leo and move towards Aquarius, which means that my hardships needing to overcome is vanity. What's like all the negative parts of a Leo, like attention seeking, selfishness, things like that, I've had to overcome. I was very self-focused, you know, when I was younger. I was very vain. I always couldn't leave the house without anything done, da 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 da. I didn't think much about the well-being of others as I thought about more about the well-being of myself. So I think now I've definitely hit my North Node. If not, then I'm very close to it, because I will leave the house, not give a shit what I look like now. I feel like I do more for others in my daily life than I do for myself. I have to remind myself to pour from my own cup, or pour into my own cup. But I'm definitely more interested in the well-being of people as a whole. I feel like I'm definitely more progressive in the way that I think, and I'm open to understanding that I can be wrong. And, you know, the stubbornness That is my Leo. Stubbornness is another one. So you have vanity, selfishness, stubbornness, like attention seeking, things like that. And so like me thinking like I could never be wrong, you know, now that's different. Now I realize like I might be wrong sometimes, and that's okay. And so I definitely feel like I've achieved a lot of my Aquarius that I need to. And I think that it helps that when I'm going to achieve is an air sign, which I already naturally am, which helps. But I love Leos. Me too. I'm marrying a Leo. Oh, your Venus is in Leo. That makes a lot of sense. You need to document your journey. Document it how? What do you mean? I think my creativity is going to be exploring my natal chart. Ooh, I love that. Oh, that's so cool. I love that so much. You know what, Naija? If you love that kind of stuff, you know what else you would love? You would love human design. There's a site called myhumandesign.com, and it goes off of your birth chart in a similar way. It asks your name, your date of birth, your time of birth, your location, but it gives you like a different type of breakdown, and it's very interesting information. And it also shows you like where your strengths are, if you're a projector or a manifester or whatever. I've been really into human design lately as well, for sure. Awesome. Well, Naija, thank you so much for talking to me. And your donation as well. I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. If anybody else donated, speak now or hold your peace until the next time I'm in here. But it's been like an hour and a half, and now it's almost 2 a.m. where I am. So I think I'm going to go ahead and head out. But yeah, Naija, check out my human design. I'm interested to see what you think. Because once you go down that rabbit hole, it's an interesting one. I think, Naija, if I were to guess, I would say you might be a projector, possibly. Projector or generator. That's gonna be my guess. I'm curious which one you end up being. But you're really good at explaining things and teaching things, and I think that that's where the projector side of it comes in. But you're also good at making things happen. So, but really quickly, Naija, before you go, you had said you need to document your journey. I'm taking that as an invitation because I am a projector, and I'm curious what you meant by that, just so I understand. Were you talking about like in a podcast or something, or what were you thinking? Or were you just saying like just somehow some type of modality? Whenever people suggest things for me to do, I take it as an invitation to maybe possibly do something along those lines, because it means that it's probably something someone would be interested in hearing. Oh, journal, maybe podcast. Yeah, perfect. Okay. I will think about it because I'm also a writer, but I'm more like a poet than a writer. But yeah. Okay, good. Well, thank you. I appreciate that advice. Document your ability to connect with people. Document your changes. Okay. I'll make note of that. Thank you, Naija. Ooh, that's exciting. I love that. Let me know when that's up and running, and I'll follow you. All right, guys, sleep well. I will see you all tomorrow. Oh, you're a sweetheart. Thank you. I always thought I was the only one who wanted to hear what I had to say. And that's good enough for me, honestly. I will listen to myself talk all day long. All right, bye, guys.